Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, Judge.
Morning. I guess we're already at 10:30. We were having some technical issues. My coordinator had an emergency that she couldn't be here today. So this is the first time I'm trying to figure this stuff out on my own. So we're still working on getting me a new Zoom channel. For you guys that don't know me, Judge McKeag retired, and I'm the new judge in town, I guess, instead of sheriff. But we have just, and I apologize for not getting to this sooner, but between me coming on board, brand new courthouse, brand new computer, it's just, I finally got a printer here recently, so it's just been crazy. I also want to go ahead and tell everybody, if you see me wailing my hands crazy, it's not that I've lost my mind. We're in the new Justice Center, and they're trying to fix my lights. They just will dim if I don't move quick enough, and so it just goes dark sometimes. So I'm having to wave to get the lights going. So we're working on that. Supposed to work on that today. But that's kind of what's going on in my world. Mr. Fling, are you present?
I am, Judge. I have a new conference camera that I'm trying to get to work.
It's up to you. If you know, I don't have to see you. As long as I can.
You know what I look like, so.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And then Miss Vela, you're with Mr. Looney's office. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Nice to meet you.
Yes,
And then is it Miss Assel?
Assel, yes.
Okay, and you're with you're representing
The defendant, Clay Road Dog Suites.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not really, I set this originally before I had an opportunity to kind of get some more information, and I feel like I have an understanding what was going on. I was really confused. One thing that happened and is that the interpleader action I just found out was originally filed under the wrong cause. And so I never saw it on our docket, and we tracked that down, and it was just a transposed number on the cause number. So that kind of brought me, that alleviated some of my concerns on wanting to make sure that everybody that wants to come to the dance can come to the dance. So let me do it. I'm going to go in, this is the order I'm going to go in. I'm going to go in the motion of withdrawal of Mr. Looney for both a Cody Geinam and the intervener, Mrs. Let me see it here.
Bethany, Your Honor.
Bethany, yeah. If you'll, really all I had on that was, I see in here that, and really it was more of an issue. I wanted to ask you about the intervener action, but we did find it was filed. So you guys have noticed this out. I see in your certificate of service that y'all noticed it out. The order, the motion says that she has been made aware of the summary judgment. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And so I guess that was taken care of. Now, Mr. Fling, on your motion to withdraw of Mr. Cody or Cody Geinam, I see in here where you noticed out the Mr. Looney's firm, and I know he had made an appearance at council, but did you notice out Mr. Cody himself?
I did.
Okay, then what I'd like to do is I'd like for you to I'm gonna reset the hearing on the motion withdrawal, and if you'll send that to him certified mail along with notice of the motion for summary judgment, I would appreciate that. I just want to make sure that everybody understands. It looks like Mr. Cody got noticed and Mr. Looney is not representing him, but there might be some confusion on whether the gentleman by the name of Cody Geinam is aware that you're still no longer representing him. So I want to clear that up as well. Okay. Go ahead. I can barely hear you, Mr. Fling.
Okay. I was actually terminated by the Cody Geinam and Bethany Geinam.
Okay. Well, if you don't mind, what I'd like to do is reset your motion to withdraw. I got some dates from my court reporter who doubles sometimes when my coordinator's not here. And let's go ahead and set that for the 16th.
Okay.
That's going to be February 16th at 2 p.m. Okay. And in the meantime, if you can get that notice out pretty quickly, I just wanted to make sure that, number one, they do for sure know that you're not representing them, and that they're aware of the summary judgment. So that now brings us to the motion for continuance. What I'm going to do on this, I've read the response, and I've read, it's my understanding somewhere in a pleading, Mr. Fling, that you don't oppose the motion for continuance. And I understand that Mrs. Assel, that y'all do oppose it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grant the motion for continuance because I'm concerned about all the parties being aware where we stand. Does that make sense? I just want to make sure that all the motions to withdraw are there and that we're set. I'm also going to address, Mr. Fling, your motion for leave on the correction of the affidavit. I'm going to grant that motion to leave, which obviously y'all now understand that I'm also going to grant the leave to respond. And what we're going to do is we're going to continue the case until the day I want to set it for is May 3rd. That will give the new attorney plenty of time to come on if they're going to come on. And so that will be the date that we'll have the hearing on the summary judgment. And so obviously we need to put in the deadline when you notice out, Mr. Cody, that, and I'm telling everybody else here that, I'm going to give leave to file any response to the motion for summary judgment 7 days prior to that date. Okay. And hopefully we won't have any more problems and we can get this thing put to bed. The reality is, guys, if this does go to trial and for some, I haven't looked at the actual details on the summary judgment, but if this does go to trial with COVID, we are just slammed, especially on civil stuff. It's just really backed up here. I know two of the attorneys are aware that I'm a court of general jurisdiction, but I'm not sure if Mrs. Sell, if you're aware of that. So I do all kind of cases, murder cases, sexual assault cases. Those are my top priorities. And I have some of those backlog. Civil I don't mean for it to get kind of moved back, but we have less civil trial dockets than we do criminal trial dockets. So I'm working really well with the former judge that was here. He's graciously said that he would be willing to be a visiting judge. So the game plan is we're trying to get in the pipeline ahead of everybody else, because I'm sure all the way across the state, everybody's going to want to be seeking out visiting judges to clear up their docket when they open this thing up. And so we're trying to get in line on that quickly. We've already also, the other big issue that's going around the state that I don't know if you guys are aware, it's hard to get court reporters. And so we're trying to get court reporters lined up so that when I'm trying a case here, Judge McKeag will be trying one in Grimes County or vice versa, so that we're just taking full use of all our courtrooms to get this thing done. So get us up to speed again. So that's kind of where we are. That's what I'm going to rule. But if y'all want to talk to me, I don't want anybody to think I didn't give them an opportunity to kind of put in their 2 cents. So Mrs. Assel, I'm sure this affects you the most, and probably not the happiest with me today. But if you want to comment, then I'll definitely entertain any comments.
Well, I guess my first just question and clarification is for the continuance of my motion for summary judgment hearing till May 3rd.
Yes, ma'am.
I had originally set it for the submission docket. So will this be on the May 3rd submission docket?
Yeah, we can put it on that just so you,
Okay.
I just want to make sure everybody understands that, I am granting leave to, all the other parties to submit their answers, and granting leave for the affidavit to be corrected 7 days prior to that date. In other words, they need to get those in before that submission date, the new submission date.
Okay, so I will.
And if y'all want a hearing, I'll give you one, but I'm gonna be looking at the paperwork, but if y'all do want to have a hearing, I'll always allow someone to talk if they want to.
I'm perfectly fine with continuing it on the submission docket. So I will renotice the hearing, or excuse me, the submission for May 3rd on the submission docket.
That would be good. That would be great.
And then-
Okay.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
sorry.
I wasn't trying to rush you.
That's okay. And for Mr. Fling's motion to withdraw from February 16th, is that also on a submission docket?
Yeah, we can do that. You know, I just want to make sure that the gentleman named Cody got proper notice that Mr. Fling was off the case. My gut is he knows that because of what I've seen in the pleadings. But, you know, just I want to dot the I's and cross the T's. I don't want there to be any claim that, you know, to anyone that, hey, you know, I was left out of the loop and therefore we need to redo this thing again. So I'm just trying to clean up everything so we can, you know, move forward. So yeah, we're gonna do that. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, if y'all want a hearing on the motion withdrawal, we can do that as well, but I think submission's fine.
It's not my motion, but submission's fine with me.
I'm fine on submission.
Okay, then we can do that as well.
We're good on submission too, Your Honor.
Okay. Does anybody have anything else?
No, no.
Okay. All right.
How's your first month been?
It's been interesting, more IT stuff than anything. You know, just getting up and going. You know, and I'm fortunate. You know, they send you to newbie judge school. I'm sure y'all are aware of that. And I'm talking to the gentleman. We didn't have the opportunity to actually meet, you know, all our people. We did everything by Zoom. And you know, here I told them, you know, I don't know if y'all have ever heard the song, you know, Who Would Want to Be Me? Because I sounded really bad in front of all the other newbie judges because I'm getting 2 brand new courthouses. I have staff that's been doing this for many, many years that basically can, you know, walk me through any of these issues that I'm not aware of, more on the administrative side. And then Judge McKeag has graciously agreed to stay around, and he's been really Johnny on the spot, you know, with if I have any questions about older cases that can bring me up to speed instead of me having to read documents and documents. So it's been, you know, and I'm talking to these other newbie judges and they're saying that they beat out incumbents and they've been locked out of the computer. They have brand new staff that's never had anything to do with running a court. And so, you know, knock on wood, life's been good to me, you know, so I'm not gonna complain at all. My worst issue is I have to do this every once in a while to get the lights going on, you know, so.
Well,
But as far as, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Ironically, you couldn't get, when McCaig was on the bench, you couldn't get him on a civil trial. You would get a visiting judge. And now that he's retired, I can get McCaig on a jury trial.
That might be the case. Yeah, it's really kind of crazy here, but you know, I feel more like I'm playing a video game with my 12-year-old's video game because, you know, everything is Zoom and my biggest challenge is trying to make sure it's quiet and moving on and clearing the dockets, because on criminal docket day, what's happening is we're trying to reset it way out, but I have like 30 or 50 cases. And really all we're doing is just getting a status and resetting. And that takes all day, you know, and it's just kind of ridiculous. But, you know, I mean, I got this brand new courthouse and it's all ready to go and I can't even get on the bench, you know, so I'm doing everything by Zoom. So,
looking forward to seeing it.
Yeah, it's really nice. I think y'all will be impressed when y'all get here. So, all right, guys. Well, that's all I have. So if y'all need anything else, y'all know where to find me.
Can I ask one more procedural question?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do we go about setting the case for trial in this court?
You can, if you want, I can give you guys a scheduling order, but you know, the reality is, you know, you guys are probably way out, and we're not even sure. Last mandate we received was we could not have any jury trials until after April 1st. So we're trying to get ahead of the curve. My gut is, with the way they're talking about the vaccine and everything, if we get in there at June, we're probably lucky. But we're going to proceed as if we can get in there in June, and there's always some people ahead of you guys. But I don't mind if y'all, you know, have y'all discussed or thought about mediation or attempted that in any way? Or
We haven't, Your Honor. I'm certainly open to it.
Are you open to it, Mr. Sell? Mrs. Sell?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, I would suggest maybe wait a little bit of time here and see if y'all can go through mediation. If both parties are amenable to it, I usually do that. Do y'all have somebody in mind? Because I can appoint someone if y'all want. Y'all want to try to work that out?
Let's try to agree on somebody.
Okay. But if you want to schedule the order, I can give you one, but I'm
And we
telling you
could-
right now, it might be just a worthless piece of paper at this point, but
We could work on an agreed scheduling order.
okay, work on that. And then, I'll try to accommodate. And, if we could get you in this year, that would be great. But there's a good chance it might not be this year because we do have a lot ahead of you guys. But I will try to work with you guys. Okay.
Okay,
All right. Thanks so much.
Okay,
thank you, Judge.
All
thank
right.
you.